the announcement today.
Yes, very, very excited as a club. Obviously, Trey Armstrong has signed on as a development player for us the upcoming season, and couldn't be more thrilled to have him on board. Obviously, a very talented shooter and scorer, as we know, but we think there's also some other intangibles that are really going to make us strong. And his work rate and his presence on the other side of the ball on defence is going to be really, really impactful for us. And obviously, a great opportunity for him to come into our program and continue getting better. And as we've shown in the past, an opportunity for DPs is always there to play with our team. Scott likes to go 13 deep with our rotation, so plenty of opportunities for him, and we think he's going to make us better as a group as a whole.
Be pretty keen to snap him up as soon as he could once it was done at California Baptist.
Yeah, we've obviously been tracking Trey for years. Obviously myself involved in basketball, I've known Trey and known his journey from when he was at the Centre of Excellence and obviously as a junior basketball player in Tasmania, so one we've had on our radar for a long time and very, very fortunate. I think with the reality of professional sport and being a Tasmanian team doesn't always necessarily mean that they're going to pick to come and play with you, so we're very excited to have him in our program and again think it's a great spot for him and also a great spot for us to have him in our program.
I guess for the identity of the team, to have more Tasmanians, I imagine that's the better.
Yeah, it is great. Like obviously we want to be a pathway for Tasmanian talent, but it's also nothing is guaranteed. I think for Trey, it's his work rate as an athlete. I think it's a great piece for us that he's Tasmania, but it's better for us that he's a great athlete and someone we really genuinely think can contribute to our side and make us better. I think. As a team for, as I said, a professional sport, a team for Tasmania, we want to make sure we give these guys an opportunity, but nothing is given. Scott is very adamant that nothing will be given away, and Trey's definitely earned his spot here on his basketball credibilities, and it's just a bonus that he is Tasmanian.
How important is that you'd like to send that message to the kids, like nothing is earned just because you're Tasmanian doesn't mean you get a saloon passage into the Jack Jumpers?
100%. I think that's a big thing. I think we've got to remember that this is professional sports, and whilst we try to nurture Tasmanian talent and want to provide a pathway, as you said, nothing is guaranteed. We have to earn everything we have, and I think Tasmanians can resonate with that as well. We sort of battle away, and we've got to earn everything we get in this country. So for us as an athlete as well, that's something that you've got to work for as well. And as I said, just thrilled for Trey and his family that he's going to have an opportunity to play with us as a Jack Jumpers, and a great spot for him and a great pickup for us.
We've seen other NBL clubs swoop on some of the Tassie talent in the past. What was it like actually nailing down this signature and I guess fending off other interest?
Yeah, I think obviously like any recruitment, you present the best opportunity for the athlete and you sort of show ways that you can make the athlete improve and ways that we can make him a better player. And I think ultimately the athlete's going to choose what they feel is the best spot for them and the place where they're going to get the best opportunity to be the best version of themselves. So for us, we know there's competition. We're lucky in Tasmanian basketball. There's been a bit of a generation this sort of age with Trey. There's a lot of players coming through at that age group now that are starting to knock on the door of NBL, but we're under no false conceptions that all these Tasmanian talent are going to pick us and going to want to play with us, nor do we have a spot for every Tasmanian to play for us as well. It's just the nature of professional sports, and we're just very excited that Trey's picked to progress his career with us.
I guess that's the harder side of it. You don't want to make anyone believe that they can just play for the Jack Jumpers of the Tasmanian, but on the flip side, it's like a dream come true, and probably when you introduced the Jack Jumpers, you wanted this situation where you got Tassie kids aspiring to play for them. Can you appreciate that as well? Yeah,
obviously I'm Tasmanian as well, so I think the Jack Jumpers as an organisation has provided opportunities for Tasmanians across the board. Myself to be in this position as co-CEO is a great honour and very humbling, but under no illusion that just because I'm Tasmanian you get these jobs either. So it's a great pathway for people on the court, off the court, and aspiring people, whether that's sports administration, whether that's professional athletes, whether that's grassroots and community development. Like, it's just a great for Tasmanians to have professional sporting teams in the state, and obviously back to the basketball piece. Again, as we said, no guarantees that Tasmanians will get an opportunity with us, but we obviously want to nurture that talent. And I guess for us, as we move forward in this piece, it's more like having people like your Mark Radfords, your Jacob Chancellor, your Jack Fleming, working with these guys as they come through the program, so that when it is time for them to make their choice to be a professional athlete, they've been assimilated with our program and they understand what we're about, so that we can obviously give them a bit of familiarity and comfort that when they're making that choice, it's going to be a place where they can play well and get better.
Just how many development list spots are remaining? Where does it sort of stand?
So we have 4 all up, and we've got 3 currently signed. So we've got Sean McDonald, we've got Walter Brown, and obviously Trey now. So we've still got 1 spot to go, and working in the background to see what that position might look like, and obviously with balance of roster and things and what that might be. But imminently, nothing on the horizons in that spot. But we'll work obviously to have that filled before the end of the season. The season starts.
Yeah, just on your presser a couple of weeks ago, obviously you said there's no rush. At end of May, sort of for the internationals.
Yes.
But also you had 1 Aussie spot. Can you just give us the latest?
Yeah, no, we're talking to names. So I think there's a lot of clubs now that are in this similar position where there's one spot left, and we're sort of bouncing ideas around as who that might be, and obviously some of that will fall as to where we land with our import spots. Some of that's about best available talent. Some of that's also around if we make a move in the next star space as well. So I guess for us and the general public, as I said before, it's just about being patient and just making sure that we make the right decision when the time arises and the player becomes available that we're looking for. So I don't see anything happening in the short term in those spaces. And obviously we've spoken about imports. That sort of, that'll start to fire up at the end of this month, in the end of May, and then even then we might not have announcements until sort of June, July in that space as well.